Buenos dias from Cabo San Lucas, San Jose del Cabo. Buenos dias. Just making my way down the mountain from my house. Hope everybody has a good morning. Get out there and catch those fish. Let's go. Guys want a charter? Come on down. Wild and Sacks available.
What happened? That's fine. Ooh!
Hey, good morning, my dear friends, and welcome to beautiful Surfside, California. Another gorgeous sunrise. It is beautiful. It's a little breezy and a little cooler for us here in SoCal. I'm going to say it's in the 50s, probably 53, 54 degrees here right now, but it's still gorgeous. You can see some really big sets rolling up on the beach here as the surf increases. Remember, we have a lot of wind in our forecast. That's going to manifest itself on Sunday throughout Southern California. Even on the coastal regions, it's going to be pretty darn windy. So you do need to think about that and make sure you X out Sunday in terms of your plans, because it's just going to be far too dangerous. Man, do we have a lot to talk about. I'll tell you, one thing I won't be able to do is toast you with my coffee because a wave took my coffee cup. Yeah, I set up in a spot that I was trying to get a good shot for you all, and it didn't work out all that well. So I'll still toast you, but it'll be without my coffee here this morning. We're going to go to Thailand and check out Jeff Chi and his family. They're having an absolutely wonderful time fishing there. We'll check that out. Of course, we'll look at the long-range boats. Looks like the Intrepids into the yellowfin tuna again. There's still good fishing in Cabo San Lucas. In fact, you got to ride with Sean Morgan in his truck down to the San Jose del Cabo Harbor. He had really good Dorado fishing, and of course we'll cover Southern California and we'll cover it all. You know what time it is. Oh my God, my coffee. It's time for the morning briefing. Good morning, my friends. Hey, it is great to be with you. Believe me, I'll catch up on the coffee with you here in just a little bit. I want to remind you all that right on the horizon now is going to be Thursday, January 25th at the Long Beach Convention Center. It's going to be the Bart Hall Show, and it is going to be a good one. So many of my friends are going to be set up down there with booths, and man, what a great time of the year to have the show. You know, sometimes you have the show in March and it conflicts with some really good fishing. I know the buzz is in the air and everybody's excited, and it's still a great time of the year, but right now you get to turn your attention to the Bart Hall Show, January 25th. It'll run through Sunday. That is going to be a really great one. Before we go any further, there's a very special trip tonight on board the Pride to support the galley cook or galley chef, however you want to put it, Mike, who I had the pleasure of meeting here recently, and he is a wonderful person. He tragically lost his wife here recently in a motorcycle accident, and besides all of the tragedy that surrounds us, the sadness, and he has to deal with the grief, and he's got to deal with taking care of his children, he still has bills to pay. And the guys on board the Pride have given him the trip for tonight so that all the proceeds will go to help Mike out. So if you can make this trip, that would be fantastic. You can get on board by calling our dear friends at 22nd Street Landing in San Pedro, California. That is 310-832-8304. If you can't make the trip and you'd like to help Mike out, there are ways to do that. Also, you can check with the landing about that. And also, if you need me to help you get the money to Mike, I'm more than happy to do that. Just send me a text at 657-227-6459, and I will send you to Mike so you can lend him a helping hand in this very difficult time. And I know the Friedman Adventures family, we put a post up about this not that long ago, and a lot of you just contributed right away. That is what the FA family is all about, and man, I am so proud of each and every one of you. All right, I mentioned Thailand. We might as well go there first because Jeff Chi is jumping around the world. Of course, he's going to end up, or he is presently in Taiwan, a beautiful part of the world. My brother lives there. I made several visits there when I was teaching in China. I love that area also. But Jeff was in Thailand, and man, he was having an absolute ball. And Seems like there were some big ones in that lake. Check this out.
That's right. Ooh.
Pop, zing, powie. Man, that seemed like a really nice fish. No question about it. You can see all the photos here. Really, really fun stuff in Thailand. There's nothing better than when you go to another part of the world to go fishing and see how they do it and see what they catch. That is always great. Jeff, really some special moments there. It's great to see you here. Pancho el Pescador. Remember I showed you all those yellowtail the other day that Pancho had, and we were wondering where those fish were caught? It was indeed Mulahe. Mulahe is where that catch was made. So Pancho doing his thing, doing a great job, and those are some really nice fish. No question about that. Long range situation still remains well. The Royal Polaris is on their way south right now. They're heading down the Baja coast, and they got their nose pointed to where there's some good wahoo fishing, some good yellowfin tuna fishing. It's been really, really good here recently, and hopefully that is going to continue. You can see the deck of the Intrepid, nice YFT for them the other night, about 4 nights ago, I think it was. They had a night bite, a rare night bite on the wahoo, and now the Royal Polaris has arrived in the area along with several other boats like the Red Rooster 3. All those guys getting in on some really good fishing in that neck of the woods. As we mentioned, Cabo San Lucas, some really good marlin fishing, but yesterday it was straight Dorado for Sean Morgan. You saw him make that drive down to San Jose del Cabo, and they ran into excellent Dorado fishing. So that is good to see, and Morgan will keep us up to date on everything going on in Cabo. A lot of good marlin fishing down there also here recently. We get you up there to San Quintin, continued off and on yellowtail fishing there with tons of rockfish. It's been very, very good. And in Ensenada, they've been catching an occasional yellowtail. They've also been catching copious amounts of colorful rockfish. And we've also seen those big bonito down there biting really, really well. They've had some great fishing. Now, Louis Prieto, our dear friend from It's For Reals Sport Fishing. Louis from It's For Reals Sport Fishing, and that's in Ensenada. If you ever want to go fishing, he's the guy to do it with. And when you get in, he'll take you to his bar, the Tequila's Bar, which has a festive atmosphere. They're always playing the latest game sports that are playing that night, and you'll have a great time. He'll cook your catch up for you right there. But Louis points out that there are 13 Mexican seiners now out catching bluefin tuna. The season opened January the 1st. The anticipated close to the season is the middle of this month, and then that will be it. That'll be the end of the commercial fishing by the Mexican fleet. Wow. I mean, that's why this fishery is in such great shape. Really good management right now. There's so much bluefin tuna that you can catch them in the wintertime. And in addition to that, it only takes a couple of weeks to reach the quota. Louis, thank you so much for sharing that. We really, really appreciate it. All right. Up and down the Southern California coast, we're catching sheepshead and whitefish. We're catching calico bass and sand bass. It's pretty good when you have good weather. And as you can see, once you get offshore here, it's really, really nice. It's going to be a beautiful day. On the Monte Carlo yesterday, our dear friends Michael Limon and Grandpa Dan Lightfoot, they were out. He said the weather was picture perfect. It was really a gorgeous day. And they picked at the sheepshead and whitefish, that kind of a thing yesterday. So not bad at all up and down our coast. You can do that in San Diego or down there at Dana Point, up in the Santa Monica Bay out of Redondo or Marina del Rey, Long Beach, San Pedro. All these guys are basically fishing that because rockfish is closed right now, and it'll remain closed for a few months. So you cannot fish for rockfish. That's why the attention gets turned to those other species, and there's not a darn thing wrong with that. Some of these bass bites in the wintertime can be quite good. Fluorocarbon, leadhead, fresh dead, or live squid. That is definitely the way to make things happen, and you can really make some nice catches during this time of the year on those species. So once again, we'll watch it for you very, very closely. It's been pretty darn good. There is no rain in the forecast. It looks like, you could get a drop or two out of this maybe, but not really. It's going to be nice until Sunday when we're going to get a little rain, but a lot of wind. The next measurable rain looks like it could be next Thursday. That's a little ways off, but we'll continue to keep our eyes on that. Now, a lot of guys are going to turn their attention also to halibut, and one of those guys is the Aloha Spirit up there out of Cisco, sport fishing in Oxnard. Sundays they're going to dedicate to fishing halibut. I mean, who knows? I mean, I think they have a really good shot at the halibut. What I'm trying to say is, who knows what else might enter into the picture? They're going to be fishing in that short water, that shallow water, and there's so much squid around right now. It wouldn't surprise me if, in addition to the halibut, they pop off some sea bass catches. We're going to watch that very closely. But the Aloha Spirit, Cisco Sport Fishing in Oxnard, they'll be going on Sundays for halibut. You probably want to take advantage of that. Other guys that are doing halibut type derbies and fishing for halibut, that's going to be on board the boats out of Dana Wharf Sport Fishing. San Diego focuses in on that. The Dolphin does it every single year. Up here in this neck of the woods, the Native Sun out of 22nd Street Landing in San Pedro, California, they also get on it on a regular basis, so we'll continue to watch that. Surf fishing's been pretty darn good, and it remains that way. Man, it's a little chilly down here in the morning, but you get down here, you can pick off some yellowfin croaker. There's even been an occasional late season corbina hanging around. Not a lot, but I've seen a couple of those caught here. There's some halibut also being taken up and down the coast. There's been great barred perch fishing, especially south of the border. We showed you that yesterday. Man, those were big, beautiful barred perch that they were catching down there yesterday. Ignacio Duarte, some other guys, and you can do that from Ensenada down to San Quintin and even below that. Man, that Baja barred perch bite, the Baja surf bite, is incredible. And I can't wait to get south of the border and go do some of that myself. Here, we're catching some bar perch also. They like the cooler water. Some of those fish will be taken on artificials. Honey badger baits are a good one. The little chrome crocodiles, when you catch the bigger bar perch, they'll bite the lucky crab full speed. They'll bite that chrome crocodile. And, of course, they love to bite bait. And you can get all your bait needs down there at Big Fish Bait and Tackle in the beautiful city of Seal Beach, California, right on the corner of Seal Beach and Pacific Coast Highway. You can load up on all the different baits that they have at your Southern California surf fishing headquarters. In addition to that, they've got all the tackle you need, from trout to everything else. You can load up at Big Fish Bait and Tackle, and I'm literally 5 minutes away from there, 5 minutes south of there. You can load up on everything you'll need, and this is a great place to surf fish. There's a big tower on Anderson Street, Pacific Coast Highway, ample parking across the street, walk over, and that's a really good surf fishing zone for all of you. As I look over and I see the guys starting to move around on the sand replenishment, they're starting to get back into gear. They have not been replenishing here recently because of the inclement weather, but it looks like they're going to give it a shot. However, Sunday is going to be a nasty day down here at the beach. Probably some more big surf. All right, my friends, it's a great morning. It's always great to spend time with each and every one of you. And if you get a chance, we deeply appreciate when you hit the like button, you share these videos, you tick the bell so you're notified when there's new content, you subscribe to Friedman Adventures, and you can also follow us on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Apple Podcast, and Spotify. We appreciate all you've done for us the past few years. All right, let's keep it moving. Gorgeous, beautiful sunrise here in Surfside. I hope you're having a great day, and get out and support Mike down there at 22nd Street Landing. That would mean a lot to us. If you can't make that trip tonight, please help him in any way that you can. He's a really great human being. Take care, and I hope to see you really soon.